Hello and welcome to this Therapeutic Thursday. And I wanted to talk today about dreams. So there's so many different methods to looking at our dreams, right? We've got Freudian method where, you know, um, other people can really look and interpret your dreams. Um, there's dream books all over about, this means this. How do you feel about that? I guess that's the question. Because I look at, I was taught one way when I went through my shamanic practitioner training, taught different ways going through, through school and different psychological methods. But yet, I think it's all dependent on how we perceive things, right? So now, the main thing I do agree with is there are some dreams that occur because we have things in our subconscious that is trying to come out, maybe things that we're not aware of. And of course, there's plenty of things that we are aware of. Um, so, for example, I had a dream last night that had to do with my father, and it was about missing that connection. Like we were supposed to see each other and visit, and that connection was missed. And I look at it and I'm thinking, oh, that is a good point. That I should make it a point to connect with my father. He's getting older, and don't want to regret, right? Any regrets. And then there's other dreams that are just so bizarre that I've pieced together. I had one dream that I can't even explain it because it was so bizarre and it had so many different people, involved. And when I broke it down, I was like, oh, okay, well, this makes sense. I had a client dealing with something similar to this, and I have a fear, about it. It was a lot of different, like taking different instances from clients, and then part of family worries, about my kids and things, and it was just a conjumbled mess, right? Was there meaning there? Yeah, there was some meaning there, but not much, right? It was just a bunch of things on my mind, things come out weird. So if you go to the shamanic training that I had, which I find very interesting, so you have two different types of dreams, right? Um, that, some dreams are like, we have, say, a loved one that's coming through, that are so realistic. They don't, they're just different. Like I've had dreams where my brother has come into the dream, and I was aware that I was dreaming, but I was also aware he was there. And so I believe people can come through, whether it can be mostly people who have passed already, are able to come through our dreams at times. And there are dreams that, from the other point of this, my shamanic training was that when you dream, every single person in your dream is you, which is fascinating, like every single one. So let's see, let's use an example. Years ago, I had a dream that my son broke his, we were all in a park or somewhere out in nature, and my son broke his leg. And, I was seeing how different people were reacting. And I kind of broke down that dream like, okay, so I'm me in my dream, obviously, but I'm also my son in my dream. So what does that mean? Okay, wait a minute. Oh, I'm the stranger over there in my dream. Okay, so you're looking from all these different perspectives and realizing these are all parts of you. So that's fascinating, especially think about this. What if you have a sexual dream? It's interesting, isn't it, to think, okay, what part of me is like how do I relate that? But there is ways to relate it. Even if you have a dream where someone's chasing you, you are also the person chasing yourself. So what are you running from and what are you chasing to? What needs to be worked on? There's also different levels. You look at, are you high in a building or are you in the basement? So when I look at this, I relate it to the lower world, the middle world, the upper world. And, the lower world is areas, you need to work on. Sometimes we need to go within, like with Odorongo, coming and doing shadow work. What's there? Do you need to go deep and do some other, healing, and with the help of Mother Earth, giving you support. I find the middle world, when you're on, just the first level, so to speak, is our daily life, just our normal daily life things. But if you keep going up, I see that as more upper world, more spiritual, more what are you grasping for and reaching for. So again, these things in dreams are different, and sometimes dreams really give you insight into what you want to work on. What maybe there's something. I find it kind of like when you do channeled writing, or just free writing, or sometimes a sentence will come out and you're like, wow, I didn't know that was on the top of my mind, because it wasn't. It was buried, but it's something that maybe you should work on. So, keeping a journal for dreams is always good, even because you know what happens. You wake up and you remember everything about it, and you're like, wow, that was amazing. I'm never going to forget that. Then you go to the bathroom and brush your teeth and you're dressed and half of it's gone already. And then, 5 minutes later when you're drinking your coffee or tea, oh no, what was that? So that's why I like having just even a small notebook next to your bed on your nightstand, where you can just put anything simple, like even a color. If the only thing you remembering is that there's a color, write that down. Or a person or a feeling, write it down, because it tends to really make it stick more, so then you can work with it later. There's also some different methods to really helping you bridge what that is, what that message is, if any. And sometimes the thing is, dreams don't have to have meaning. Um, Another part of dreaming is, when you're consciously aware you're dreaming and you can alter it, you can change directions. That's fascinating and that is fun. I love being able to do that. And sometimes you ever have the time when you wake up and you are not sure, like you think that dream actually happened. It is so realistic that you don't know. And I've actually um, gotten into little heated discussions. It's like, no, well, that happened. I know that happened. And it's funny. My husband and I, we've decided our memories. We can't trust our memories, right? We don't know. So if it's insignificant, why argue over it? Why put any emphasis on having to be right when we don't know? Because we cannot depend on our memory. Our memory is faulty. Our brain fills in the empty spots. And same with dreams. We don't know. Sometimes our memory can't differentiate between a dream and reality. So that's another fascinating part. And I could keep going and talking about dreams for quite a while. I love this subject. And I love talking about memory too. So maybe we'll do another one on that. So I hope you enjoyed this discussion. Please let me know. What are your thoughts? Do you have any dream analysis that you like doing, or any just different things? I love hearing from you all, and I'm sending you much peace and good sleep for prosperous dreaming. So we'll see you next week.